Magandang buhay, teachers! So, ang aming pong i-report ngayon ay tungkol sa functions and roles of curriculum design, process theory, and analysis. What is curriculum? The sum of learning stated as educational ends, educational activities, school subjects, and topics decided upon and provided within the framework of an educational institution or in a less formal setup. This is from Garcia, 2007. In other words, all the learning which is planned and guided by the school, whether it is carried or in groups or individually inside or outside the school. The role of curriculum. Curriculum is a crucial factor in the teaching-learning process. It means a written plan, a degree program, a syllabus, a textbooks, a learning package, or a lesson. Based on Dewey's 1916, as all the experiences of the learner inside and outside the school under the guidance of the teacher that is all-encompassing. So, in the educational sector, curriculum plays a major factor as it covers what should be taught together with the lesson needed to accomplish within the school. Constitute role of curriculum. A written plan that is specific and prescriptive indicates the objectives, defines the scope and sequence of the content, identifies the strategies and activities of learning, selects materials, and describes the role of the learning and teacher. Comprehensive plan include all learning experiences that may or may not be specifically written but supervised by the school. Learning experiences constitute the following: the curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular. Curricular is in the classroom lesson. Co-curricular experiences directly related to the classroom lessons such as debates and science contests. It's pertained to activities that needed participative involvement of the students in an academic field. Extracurricular experiences not directly related to classroom lesson but with educative values such as athletics and leadership training, activities that somehow pertains to physical involvement. Cost effectiveness, a need to maximize scarce resources allocated to the educational system for obvious reason. So we really must be resourceful enough to be innovative in the way we teach and use learning materials that are in line with the students' understanding. Phases of curriculum development. Curriculum development refers to process that produce a written plan. These are the three phases. First, the curriculum design of structure. Second, the implementation scheme. This covers the process of conducting what actions are needed to be followed and established. Third, the evaluation procedure, where every process must be well examined in order to make sure its effectivity. Curriculum designs are overall frameworks which describes the interaction and congruence of the four basic elements of aims, objectives, content, organization, and evaluation. These frameworks become the basis for the development of textbooks, syllabi, and lesson plans. Areas of concern in curriculum development. First, shared philosophy, beliefs, behaviors, norms, and rules of Philippine society. Second, knowledge of the nature of the learner in terms of development level, learning style, normative needs, and other philosophical and psychological concerns. 3. Knowledge of teaching, learning theories and principles, and 4. The different domains of knowledge. We have here the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Curriculum development as a process of decision-making. Areas of concerns. First is we have the body of knowledge. Second, knowledge of teaching, learning theories and principles. Third, knowledge of learner. Fourth, cultural values. Fifth, curriculum design. 6, implementation. 7, evaluation. To establish a curriculum development, these are what needed to be focused on, then followed by implementation to test the effectivity, then the evaluation to make sure that everything is in the right place. Cultural values. A group of people in any given society may be defined by its culture, which is manifested by both visible and non-visible dimensions. Visible dimension: rules, food, dress, language, music, dance, means of livelihood, political behavior, as well as family, community, and institutional norms and practices. Non-visible, such as philosophy, belief, and value system, which have far greater influence and impact of the way of the life of the people. Figure 4, the role of education in integrative development. Integrated development, economic growth, international cooperation, environmental protection, social justice, peace and order, health, cultural values. Knowledge of the learner. The learners are beneficiaries of curricular revisions efforts. It is necessary to know their needs and interests so that the curriculum design can respond to their developmental needs that impact on the growth of knowledge, skills, values, attitudes, and habits, as well as on their expectations in relation to the socio-economic realities in their own environment. Recognizing future needs of the learners. It is necessary to anticipate future needs and expectations too, in order to train the learners live and cope with the demands of a world that will be certainly unlike the present in many significant ways. Vision about the future, outlined in documents like Philippine 2000, provide information on the kind of curriculum needed in the next century. And that's the end of my report. Thank you for lending me your ears. And to be continued by Ma'am Christina. Goodbye and God bless.